So yeah, you get the.
Look at this. There you go, Fumble. Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning into the Fumble. I'm Britt Johnson. I'm here with one of my dearest friends, John Salley. He has to sit down because he's like, we wouldn't have been in the same shot. You guys get the picture, right?
Yeah.
So, recently several athletes have came out.
Whoa, let me
Not came out. Let me. Jalil Okafor, Kyrie Irving, JaVale McGee, Damian Lillard, all saying that they are now trying the vegan diet. Well, guys, John Salley has been doing this way before it was popular, so today he's actually going to be helping me cook a vegan meal.
Right.
Yes. So, and I'm actually going to be doing most of the cooking because, as you can see, he's probably going to get cut off right
And
here.
I want to prove that my friend, even though she's pretty, she can cook.
I can cook.
She could cook.
And I can cook.
First thing, you want to take your pasta and get that going.
Okay, we already have water boiling, to save a little time.
Right.
So when I make pasta, I actually like to break it in half.
Don't.
Do you put it in? Okay. Well then, how do you, because then it starts getting white at the ends,
No, it's gonna melt down because remember that's why we go over it. So
Okay.
it's fine. It's fine.
Okay,
It's
okay.
fine.
You've been vegan since you've been playing.
Yeah.
So why do you think now is a trend for all these athletes coming out to be vegan? Like, how is it benefiting their careers?
I think when they saw the movie What the Health, they started paying attention, and when What the Health came out and they realized we were being told lies the whole time about animal protein, and I found out that the way athletes die is heart disease. And
Well, yeah, I think the NBA average is like 50, mid-50s that NBA players die. Yeah.
And
it's
so
crazy.
like 2 years ago, like 11 of them died. So I had to figure out how and why were we as athletes getting heart disease is because of the diets with animal fat. And really the diet that came from like your lower extremities as you were blocking and constricting your veins. So when I realized I wanted to live longer and the best I could possibly do, I decided to go, first it was microbiotic, and then I was a lying vegetarian, and then like in 2007, 2008, I decided to stop lying to myself and anyone else, and I went vegan.
Have you been talking to these players, or how did they just, I'm just gonna watch this movie and now I'm gonna be...
It was. The movie What the Health changed so many people's minds. And
Am I putting this in here?
Yeah, you're putting it. So we're gonna literally saute
All
red
these onions?
Yeah. It always looks like a lot when
Yeah.
you're making something, but when you're making something, you want it to look like a lot because it's gonna shrink down. This is the deal. The guys need to eat according to how they want to last in the NBA, not just the NBA. You want to be able to walk when you finish. You want to be able to have a good life when you finish playing. You see some of the guys now, I'm not saying any names, they look like they've eaten their young. They're really... The reason why we don't cut the pasta is because when we add the pasta into this, it's gonna have to swirl. And if it's cut, it's not gonna have that swirl.
I still am able to do the little thing with the fork when I have my pasta cut, just FYI.
Why? Since we're on camera, it's gonna look so much better.
Okay. Another thing that has been big in the NBA recently is people are talking about weed. Like, should these players be allowed to smoke, as he likes to say, cannabis?
Right.
You definitely make it known that you use some cannabis.
Oh yeah, not just some, all of it.
Yes.
I use the plant.
I actually don't smoke. He's been trying to get me to smoke or eat or do something for a long
Anything
time.
with cannabis.
Yeah. What do you think? How do you think it's going to affect players if it is allowed in the NBA?
Well, we wouldn't have any fights. And the problem is we probably wouldn't have any more room for new players. When players start realizing how to take care of your body, how to take care of your needs, then they can last like Kareem did, like Robert Parrish did. I'm not saying they smoke weed. I'm not saying they smoke weed. But what I'm saying is, if you want your body to last, you won't sit around and go to the bar and drink and damage your liver and your kidney. That's the difference between cannabis and alcohol. One is a healthy alternative, and the other one, you can get DUI. You don't get DUI.
Well, now you can get a DUI with weed. I saw a sign in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Get high and go to jail or something like that.
Yeah, don't believe the hype.
So So tell me about Deuces.
Deuces. So Deuces, 22, is the company I started, but I decided to make my daughter Tyler, it's really her thing. She became the president, so she's a 21-year-old entrepreneur, black female. I work for her. Sun-dried tomatoes.
Yummy! I actually really love sun-dried tomatoes.
Yeah, this makes it meaty too.
The vegan version of meaty. Do you think that the rivalry between the Warriors and the Cavs are like the new thing? Like, is it the biggest rivalry in basketball right now? And compared to like some of your rivalries back when you played?
Well, they have more TV than we did, so a lot of it was how good your local paper was, what the local paper was saying. Now, man, I get to know everything about each player and how he's going to be. It's a total show, and because of all the cameras and because of all the things, you really get to investigate or research a player entirely more than we used to have to.
Well, do you think then you guys used to get away with more? Because would you even consider a team even close to being what you guys were with the Bad Boy Pistons?
No. Everybody had a certain place. These were athletes, these were actors, these were entertainers. Now, it's all mixed in with one. Chris Brown could probably play in the NBA. I'm not joking. I saw Chris Brown handle the rock. Now we throw the hummus inside.
The Ball family.
Oh yeah.
And I've heard a rumor that you're considering doing some type of partnership with them. First, tell me what you think of the family and how they're changing the game of basketball. And second, tell us about this partnership.
Well, the partnership is I was working with a company called Q4 Sports. I'm no longer working with that company. So, and I just decided to put all my focus in cannabis. But I believe in LeBron. I understand what he's saying. Everyone talks about it until all of a sudden, remember they talked about Serena and Venus's dad, but without Serena and Venus's dad, we don't have Venus and Serena.
Right.
So they can say what they want about LeBron, but like he said, never lost. Nobody can prove he's ever lost.
That was a good impression.
Yeah.
John Salley, I think I have finished this. It looks good. I turned the oven off or stove off. We just finished cooking. John is rinsing. And then we are about to put these on a plate. I'm not good at like plating stuff very well. I hope you are. We'll see. We're gonna plate these, and then we're gonna drink some wine.
So yeah, you get the.
Look at this. There you go, Fumble. You wanted it. You got it.
This is
and
the
I'm
funny
still
thing.
gonna eat it.
It wasn't even that you did it on purpose. You seriously dropped that.
I know.
You know what? I can seriously say Britt has cooked for me.
Hey, not a lot of people can say that.
That was my point. So this is a really good California wine.
You know I love wine.
No. It's called Abstract. These guys, they literally gave me a whole bunch of bottles to give LeBron, one of the best.
So wait, we're drinking wine that LeBron James is gonna have?
Yeah, he's getting these
I
bottles.
kind of feel a little famous right now.
I know, I took
feel
you
special.
out of my LeBron crew. So now, all the protein in the hummus, right?
Hummus.
And then you got spinach, which is the green. You got a stomach irritant, which is the onions and garlic. And that's bomb.
I'm getting a big one. This is for you, Fumble. Yum, 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 yum. Can we drink the wine now?
Yes. So I try to let it air out a little bit.
Marinate a little bit?
The cool thing about it is it's 2 years old already.
Cheers.
Salud.
Was that a Pinot Noir? It's
Wow.
really good. You know, I told you I like the wine, guys. All right, well, thank you, John, for being on the Fumble today. Appreciate it. Thanks for the wine. I get to keep the bottles, right?
You get the bottles, you get the pasta.
LeBron James bottles of wine. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for watching the Fumble. Follow John Salley on his Instagram at
Facebook, John Salley.
or his
Twitter, The John Salley.
or
Facebook again, or Instagram, or you can just johnsalley.com. Anybody.
I'm proud of you. As old as you are, and you still use social media. We'll see you guys next time, Fumble. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.